Welcome back, everybody. This is a little bit over 3.5, 4 weeks that we have spoken with you. Last month, we talked about couple goals, and this month, we are going to be talking about the assessment edition. So, what assessment means is that we are going to be going over all the things that we've been learning and that we've been doing to continuously build our relationship throughout the few weeks that you haven't seen us. So we got Vern here with us again today. Thank you
Got me
again.
back. She got me back.
And we are also having cocktails and conversations. Today our drink is a little mixture of Bacardi lemon and fruit juice. So we toasted, but you didn't let me sit with you.
It's a lot of.
Let me sit with you.
You should,
Y'all should get a drink and have a drink with us.
but we'll put some juice in it. Let your ice melt once. Jesus.
It's not a cocktail if it's not strong. Mm-hmm. So first and foremost, we want to get it off the way and tell you that we are no experts at relationship.
Not at all.
We are not worthy of giving relationship advice. But we have gone through some things. We have gone through some turbulence. We have been down and we have been up. And we would like to just share our experiences with you so that you can know that just because trouble come your way or just because barriers are put in your way, it doesn't mean that it's always time to give up. I give up. I quit. I don't want to be with them no more. It's just too much. It's just too much. Too much could mean too little sometimes. You just have not put in enough work, enough investment. What do you think about that? Somebody just tired of the shenanigans and they just ready to give up without really giving the relationship a try.
Well, it all depends on what they already been through.
All depends on, like, I guess the amount of things that you've gone through. I don't know. We are trying to understand ourselves just like you're trying to understand yourself. So we do not have it all figured out, but we would love to help along the way. He's still talking about the drink is strong. All right, so far. So last month, you told everybody that our union for you was going very well because we are still here. How do you think it's going right now?
Pretty stable.
Stable.
Yeah, very stable.
All right. So Vern, the subject at hand last month, and I have my notes because I don't want to forget anything. Vern tends to take me off task sometimes.
What?
You derail me sometimes because I'll be having something on my mind and then you'll say something, then I'll be like on your tip. So I want to keep me a few notes so that I can stay on task.
I don't have no notes. I'm just going. I'm here.
Because I'm the interviewer and I'm interviewing you.
Okay.
So Vern, the subject at hand last month was how you think we could build our bond back after being apart for so long. Now, I asked you how you thought things were going with us, rebuilding trust and reunification, and you replied that it's an uphill battle. Do you still feel that way, or do you feel like it's changing? Is it changing for you? Is it getting better? Is it staying the same?
Oh no, it's changed. We're at the top of the hill. We don't know where the promised land per se. This is Black History Month. We'll put it on the promised land.
Black women matter.
There you go.
So I asked you, what is the number one thing I can do to help you build trust in me? And you said to basically show yourself worthy. You said it in so many words that if you're trying to do better, if you're trying to show me that you are with me, acknowledge that, right? What else can I do now that a couple of weeks have gone by? What else can I do to show you that I am building your trust back? I'm gaining it back. Or what else can I do to show you that I'm trying? That's what I want to say.
Just continue to do what you do. Everything is working fine so far. I don't see no reason to change right now. It's kind of
slow and steady.
Slow and steady. You're right. Everything is good. So it's just slow, but I guess eventually everything has to pick up to a different pace or step. But right now, it's just keep it where it's at.
Okay. What are you doing to help me rebuild trust in you again? Last time you said that you were being understanding and that you were taking accountability for your own actions and that you are recognizing that nobody is perfect. Anything new to add to that?
I see it's going to be a bunch of one-liners for me. Maintain.
I need your honest answer. So
That's honest. I'm maintaining, maintaining what I've been doing. I mean, that's what's working so far. So it hasn't matched with what you say. What do you think?
what do I think?
Yeah, what do you think? Yeah.
Well, I'm with you on whatever
Ask,
you.
no,
And
ask
you,
yourself the same question.
I'm the interviewer.
No, who says who?
I'm the interviewer, Vern.
No.
Okay.
Ask yourself the same question. Can you answer?
So the question is, what was the question again?
Look, ain't this?
No, the question is, what was the question? What are you doing to help me? Okay, so the question is, what am I doing to help you rebuild? What are you doing to help me rebuild trust in you? However, the question is, I just feel like staying consistent as well, and being available to your needs, and being able to just ensure you that we're fine. Like, I'm gonna be the person that you need, and you are going to be the person that I need, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into some questions for real. This is some for real questions.
For real quick.
Yeah, like that was just a recap, but these are some questions that I know that viewers they're gonna want to hear. Vern, do you think that it is possible for couples to rebuild their bond and restore their trust after heartbreak, infidelity, the bond has been broken, like anything that you can think is detrimentally against the relationship? Like, what do you think about that? Do you think it's possible to forgive like that for real? People be like, forgive and forget. I forgive you, but I ain't gonna never forget what you did. If that is really true, if you forgive me, how is it that you not gonna at least try to let that go? Like, forget. You cannot possibly forgive for real, and you won't forget. You bringing the stuff up. Do you think that you can rebuild that bond after it's been broken?
I mean, did the person do all that? Did all that, everything, or just?
They cheated, or they broke your heart, they stole from you, they've been going to the casino spending all the rent money and lying saying they got robbed.
The same person though?
What do you mean? You talking about a relationship?
I mean, shit, that person. I mean, if that's the same person, then I don't think you need that nigga need to ride.
This is to anybody that's experiencing. Like, there may be a couple that's experiencing.
That's too many problems. Anybody.
Werner, I'm saying that I'm saying this question for any couple that has experienced any of these things. Not one couple experiencing these multitude of things. I'm talking about any couple. I think I made his drink too strong, so he's mixing it. So what do you think?
I mean, you said any couple. That's what I'm saying.
It's not just one couple that has experienced heartbreak, infidelity, abuse. Like, it could be multitudes of people that are experiencing these things. And do you think that it is possible to rebuild their trust? So boom, they spend some time apart because of infidelity. They get back together. They say, you know what? I realize that I still love you. I realize that I don't want to be without you.
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay. All right. So it's possible.
It's possible as long as they talk and commit and they stick to it and help each other through all the BS.
So I think that couples need to evaluate why they got to where they are. I think that once they evaluate that and talk about it and try to figure out if we was already headed to destruction and we've outgrown each other, then I think that sometimes it may be the end of the road.
How do you outgrow somebody?
Well, you outgrow the way that things have always been, or the way that things were. You outgrow the way that their mentality is. You outgrow the fact that it used to didn't take much to please me. Now I need a little bit more.
How do you grow without bringing the person that you with you?
Sometimes people are just stuck. They stuck. You up here, you like, listen here, I'm ready to, let's communicate, let's talk about our problems. And then you're used to just walking away, brushing it to the side, leaving it alone. If that doesn't feed you anymore, being that way, then you're outgrowing that situation. And if the person is stuck there, not willing to come on up with you, that's how you outgrow them. Yeah, that's a real thing. So, Vern, what should couples expect after reuniting for the first few weeks? Because what we've been through, what should couples expect after reuniting after the first few weeks? Because we've been through some things where there is a lot of insecurities about certain things. where it wasn't insecurities before. Where you get that from? Where you going at this time? It's 10 o'clock since when you start rolling over at 10. You used to roll over at 10:10. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of those type of questions going on and insecurities going on. And I just think that you got to be patient. I'm answering for him, but I think that you have to be patient with the process. Well, she say he's gonna say it too. What was you gonna say?
Nothing.
Look at that.
I was gonna say I don't know. That's what I was gonna say.
Yo, you was gonna say you don't know. Be patient because you're gonna have a whole lot of questions, and the questions might be about why y'all broke up in the first place. Where you ready to move on, and they still stuck on. But I got one more thing.
You gotta go on for months.
You got to be patient. If you love that person, you say you love them, you say you want to be back with them, right? So you have to be patient.
Don't say you done. Ask the question till you truly done.
I'm done. That's the last question. Then the next time you think about something else, and here's one more question. Just be prepared.
13 months later.
Pack your patience. Please pack your patience. Vern, what were your predominant feelings after our reunification? What did you feel? What was your, excuse me. My strongest feeling was I was grateful, but I was hesitant. I was grateful that he still loved me and was still willing to invest in me, right? Like I was grateful even though he was the one that messed up, but I was grateful that he still loved me enough after so long of being apart and divorced, after the mean things that I said and did, listen, he still loved me enough. I was so grateful, right? And I was hesitant because I'm like, is he gonna do it again? Should I trust it? You know, so it was hesitation and it was gratefulness.
First of all, I ain't did shit. So let's get that out there for one.
You gonna sit here and tell these people you ain't did nothing?
I'm telling you, you
can't lie on here.
I ain't did all that.
We are here to help somebody.
Well, wait a minute.
That comes with being honest and transparent.
I ain't totally answer, but I ain't did all that shit that they say I did. Now come on.
He didn't do all that they say he did. He did enough.
Anyway,
he did enough.
Right.
I promise you. So you didn't ever answer the question. What were your feelings?
Oh, that's right. You threw me way off.
What was your feelings in our reunification?
I told you it's gonna be a bunch of one lines today. Your question,
Relief. How so? What do you mean? Relief from the bills, like you having so many.
Relief from the pressure of this the tension.
The tension that we had between us.
Yeah, a lot of tension. You cut the shit with a knife, but it eased up.
It was rough, y'all. It was so rough. So, Vern, what is helping you now to not digress and keep bringing up the past? What is helping you to just stay focused on, man, I'm just going to leave that alone? Or are you that way? Are you that way? Have you got to a place where you just like, let go with the past. I'm ready for the future?
I've been that way. I've been that way before we even got what we got. I always said move on, do something. He was just talking about yesterday.
What's helping you the most about reestablishing trust? What's helping you the most? With me, what is helping me the most with reestablishing trust is his changed behavior. Like his behavior he is a totally different person. He's conscious of what he's doing. He's conscious of how he's handling me. Because so often when we are used to each other, I'm talking about couples now. When couples are used to each other, couples are kind of like neglectful, right? It's just like, I said what I said. Get over it. You know, now he's thinking about that. He doesn't just say what he's saying and I get over it. You know, I could not stand that because he was like that, really, disrespectful a lot with his tone and with his words. And he's way more conscious of that.
What you doing with?
It wasn't your daddy. It wasn't Senior.
Okay.
It wasn't the daddy. It was you.
You really painting the picture for me today.
I want him to defend himself. Listen, cocktails and conversation. Let's talk about it. You know I'm ready.
You throwing a loop ball. You throwing a curveball on me today.
We've gone over these questions.
No, we have not. Not like this.
His drink is just too strong. That's why he is not ready, but I'm ready.
Oh, I don't believe it.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right.
Well, so what are you thinking about me?
We're going to do this again. Well, I know now. I thought you were going to play fair.
Look at this.
Oh,
To
all right.
reestablish your trust, Werner, what can I do? Now, I already told you, yours is change behavior. What can I do to help you reestablish your trust? Maybe I've gained it already.
Answered that question.
No, I did not.
In the preliminaries.
If you don't have nothing to answer with it, you just don't. We can move on. I'll move on until he's ready.
Wait a minute. Well, go ahead, move on, niggas.
He don't have no. And that's good because this just shows you don't have an answer for everything. Everything you just ain't gonna have an answer for.
Well, because this ain't what we rehearsed.
Yes, it is. This is the same paper.
No, I just playing. We don't rehearse this shit all the time. So she got her shit written down. I don't. So
I can't help it because I stay ahead of the game. I want to be prepared. How do you respond to interrogation? The whys, the hows, the whens, the wheres, the how many times. So
you can't answer something you don't know. You don't know. You just don't know.
You know everything that you've done though, so you can't say I don't know. Like, how do you respond to that?
You tell them what you know.
Tell them what you know, and don't change your story.
They're not changing their story, but don't. Tell them what you know.
Stick to your story. Tell the truth, and that way you ain't got to remember it.
Stick to you.
I don't know. Last time I think I told her half of that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And just let them know. Listen here, I'm about to tell you. Now, if you can't handle it, let me know now so I can skirt around it. Because I don't want to lose you. But if you really want to know, if you can handle it and we can work from off of it, here it is. Boom.
Yeah, you killing me today, boy.
How do you deal with the intense questions or sudden glares out the blue? Attitudes. I'm just, you done came in and you had a good day. Hello, baby. Hello. And I'm looking like.
Make sure you for real. Are you for real?
The first thing he be like, you serious? And I'm like.
All right, well, I guess I go back the other damn way. Go downstairs.
He will leave out. He'll remove
downstairs,
himself from me and give me a minute. And then he'll text me or something. Like, hey, you want something from the store? He do that famous store thing. What we eating? You hungry?
Hey, you hungry? You ain't that cooking yet. It's 6:30.
Just do something to de-escalate. That's all. You ain't always got to, what's wrong with you now? Come in, ugly face. You ain't frowned up. Man, been at work all day. Don't do all that. Don't pour gasoline on fire. Don't do it. I'm just trying to give you healthy tips. Healthy tips that's going to help y'all reunify. If you're going to try to rebuild. Like, come on with all this toxic behavior. Like, I don't have time for that. I was telling Vern, the main thing I kept asking him was like, are you sure? Like, you singled in a mug. Do you want to like explore a little bit more? Why would I want to do that?
Yeah, do somebody else's bullshit.
Why would I want to? So if something happens now that we are reunifying, guess what? You asking for it because I've tried to give. You
better get it together then.
I've tried to give him the y'all. Like, listen, you better try. You better take it now.
That's gonna have to happen. You need to get it together.
I need to get it together.
Yeah, you can't stay the same. I can't.
I'm gonna skip over some of these because he ain't ready for all my questions. I only got 2 more. I'm skipping over a lot because you ain't ready. You already couldn't answer 2 of them. You answered. Y'all.
You asked me a question.
Rewind this video back about 3 minutes, and you will see where he said he reversed it on me.
Yeah, ask the question, then answer the question. Take all the good answers. And I put a dig deep with
mine. I took the good answers. Those are my answers.
You got it from me.
Look at this.
Let me go ahead and put some more subject.
Vern, what are you doing today to keep yourself on the right track? That means focus. Like, hey, ladies, I know you love me, but I got a woman. I got a woman and I love her. What are you doing to keep yourself on track?
Sitting here on this YouTube, TikTok, talking to you right now.
This is not TikTok.
Well, yeah.
He keeping himself on track by sitting here doing a video. Well, he doing a relationship building video. That's a form of counseling. Form of counseling.
Just home today, baby.
Well, yeah, but it's gonna be a time where you not gonna be at home. You're gonna be out in them streets.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna do to stay focused? Then
take you with me. How about
I don't want to go with you, and you need your space.
It's not my fault.
You need your space, and I need mine.
That's your punishment, then. Until you get together, you're going with me.
All right, so here's the last one, because Vern is a character, like and I'm trying to be serious so we can help somebody, and he ain't. Sometimes he be serious and sometimes he don't.
Smile on your face.
What is one thing you want me to know? Think long and hard. What is one thing that you want me to know about what you have learned throughout this whole ordeal? I'm talking about the things that I have not, like, I have been very transparent and very candid with the audience, but I have not went into detail. But Vern knows the detail. So what have you learned out of all of this stuff? I'm talking about the little T's and little dots, your little O's and your little I's and all that. What have you learned about that?
I don't even understand the question. You gotta ask that again. That's a lot.
You'll never understand the question. What have you learned?
I told you curveballs.
From start to finish, from the time we started having problems to where I couldn't take it no more, and I was like, we got a divorce, to the time we got back together, January 1st, 2022. What have you learned from that period of time? That's like 2 years worth of a whole bunch we went through. What have you learned? Okay, so I'll start. Because, see, once again, he don't know.
That's the question you need to answer.
He don't know.
I already answered that question in the last session.
So, Vern, I've learned the same thing that you're doing to get me is what you need to do to keep me. If you are being patient, if you are being loving, if you are being giving and kind and forgiving and just, rubbing my neck and my back and my hair every day until I fall asleep, continue to do it.
Oh, it's all about
when
what
it
you
get
like.
Back. No,
what I like. You talking what I like?
I'm saying.
You talking about? Yeah,
I'm answering the question.
Okay. Okay.
This was my answer every time. When this is how real life is. Whenever I have a boom moment, he be like, "That's what I was gonna say." I said this. That's not what you was gonna say, lover.
I wasn't gonna say. Yeah,
I'm not finished. I got more that you can steal.
I don't want to steal anything.
I'm good with so yeah, you have to just keep doing what you're doing, and you cannot start slipping again. You can never ever break a person's trust again that they've rebuilt for you, because now you really at a dead end situation. So just you keep doing what you're doing. You you're living a life now apology free. He haven't had to apologize for nothing in weeks. Before it was like, well, I apologize, honey. I didn't mean it that way. Well, I apologize, honey. I didn't know. He haven't had to do that. So keep on living in a non-apologetic lifestyle. We good to go. What you got to say?
Oh, yeah.
This drink is hitting, too.
Where you get behind stage?
We have to wrap it up, sir. It's 22 minutes.
Okay.
So you have nothing to add. So we can leave y'all with anything positive.
She got me good today.
I want to leave you with.
Y'all. She got me on.
He just buzzing real strong.
Yeah. And then she came with the others.
I want to leave.
Hey, no, we talked about okay.
I want to leave you with love is like.
This is raw and uncut.
Love is like peeling the layers of a banana, right? It's hard. It's hard on the outside, right? Once you get to peeling it open, it gets easier. You peel that first string down, it gets easier and easier to peel, right? And that's how it is with people. When you first are developing a relationship with them, it's hard to love them because, he's so jealous. I'm coming into this is my, Verna, I don't have a master's in psychology for nothing.
I'm not jealous.
This is another thing. He is so jealous of me. What am I doing?
You know what you did. Okay.
It gets easier and easier is what I'm saying. You start to learn their heart. The inside of a banana is sweet. When you fall in love with somebody, things are supposed to get sweeter, right? If you bite into a banana and it's bitter, what you gonna do, Vern? If you bite into a bitter banana?
Turn around the other end and bite the other side.
Oh, that's good then. Just like a person. If you encounter somebody that you fall in love with and they turn out to be something different, then maybe you can do something different to still try to love them. Vern didn't say he would throw the banana out like I would because I'm a runner. He said he would turn it around to the other end and bite the other end. Look at that. It all go together. Work on something different. Try to find out you didn't fell in love for a reason. And love is not easy. Is it easy, Vern? Was it easy loving me?
Is it or was it?
Was it easy?
I still love you. It's not easy. Yeah, it's very easy to love you. I'm me. Everybody can love you.
It's an uphill battle, like you said. It's an uphill. How am I hard to love?
I didn't say you
I'm
did.
hard to love because I have expectations. Period. When you are a woman of standard and stature, you're not gonna let nobody just say anything they want. They do anything they want to do. No.
Yeah, that's why we gotta talk about this book here.
Oh, this book that had questions in that we
Yeah.
went over.
No, we didn't go with that.
Until next time,
Yeah.
love each other and be blessed. We will be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Oh, yeah, we will be back. You gonna get it too. This shit.
Okay, I don't know why this was stopping.
good.
What's going on?
The same damn